Hey, what up, mi gente? It's Gladys
And Stephanie.
with Single Moms Chisme.
Hey.
We're over here trying to stay dry, dude. It's been raining for days.
I know I hate it, and then my allergies have been acting up, and I sound like a man, and I'm just like all over a snotty place.
What's happening to like Texas weather, dude? Like, why are we wearing hoodies? It's flipping
Oh,
cold.
real. I was like, I've been trying to figure out what to do with my dog because well, first, okay, so last week, real quick, like last week, he freaking pooped in the house 2 times.
Ew.
And I was like, I woke up on Thursday morning. No, it was Friday morning because that was the day of the cake class.
Mm.
Which I'll tell you guys about in a minute. But I woke up to the smell of caca,
Ew.
nasty caca at 4 in the morning. Just and then I was like,
Like all over the house? Like,
he sleeps in his kennel, but his kennel is against the wall, and that wall is shared with my bedroom, so like I could smell
mm.
it. And so I don't know what he did. I don't know if he ate it and then like threw it up or what. It was just
Ew.
disgusting. Oh my
Babe,
God.
no. He must have eaten something bad.
I don't know, dude, but that was the second time this week, and he's usually pretty good. Like he hasn't had an accident in a long time. He's only a year old. So anyways, I had to clean that up, and that was the morning of my cake decorating class.
Yay!
Yeah, my first one, and it was so much
Yay!
fun.
It was pretty cool to be a part of it because I know like Stephanie and I have been talking about like the class and she's been telling me and we've been kind of like bouncing around different ideas and I've just been trying to be there as a support
Hmm.
system, but just to kind of like see it all play out like in real time, dude, was the coolest thing ever.
Yeah,
So congrats.
thanks, man, and thank you for helping me because your girl was stressed. So I'm glad that you were there to be like my assistant. It was like, here's an apron, put it on,
It was
get to work.
cool. Yeah, like these people were like paid actors. They were like actually ready, willing, and able participants of the class.
Yeah.
And not only that, dude, but they had like a great time.
Yes, and I like it went way better than what I could have expected. Like I don't know what I expected, but I was like super nervous in preparation for everything. Like this is just something that was an idea a couple months ago. Ordered the supplies, everything by faith, and just told God, okay, you gave me this idea, let's go ahead and go for it. So to have 10 people in the class for the first class, to me, that was like perfect.
It was good. It
Yeah.
was good to kind of like get your feet wet.
Hmm.
For it to be your first class, I felt like it was 10 people is perfect.
Yeah, it was. I was thinking maybe 20, but I think after that, I was like, 20 might have been like
Yeah,
overdue.
overextending yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, because well, I know I was there, but a lot of people were kind of like, can I help with this? Can I help with that? So imagine
Hmm.
like if I wasn't there and then you had like 20 people on your own and everybody's just kind of like sitting down waiting for help.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It can be a
No.
little stressful.
Yeah, so and I think the venue that we use, thank you Christ in Us Church on Gillette, for allowing us to use that space because it was like the perfect space too. Like it had
Yeah.
kitchen and everything. So keep a lookout for future dates. We have three that are well, I say we, I always say we because you're part of me. Ah.
Yeah.
Me, you, Jesus, and Jesus. It's like what helps me build my business is Gladys, ChatGPT, and the Holy Spirit. But yeah, I have three dates coming up. We already scheduled them with the venue with the church, and just waiting for a couple other things to come in place. And then once that's done, I'll go ahead and announce those cake decorating classes. So if you're interested,
Yes.
sign up for our mailing list. I do have it listed on all of our socials. You can get on there and sign up for the mailing list to be the first to be notified because again, I think we are going to be capping it at 10 people for per class. I think that was perfect. So get in what you can.
Yes. So aside from the weekend shenanigans
Hmm.
and pretty cool accomplishments
Yeah.
that I'd say would
Thank you,
be
Jesus.
uh dude, let's talk about what it was like growing up in the 90s, like as a 90s kid. I mean, granted, yes, I was born in 86, so you're probably born in what,
87.
87?
Hmm.
So we experienced a tad bit of the 80s,
A little
but
bit, a little
a
bit.
little bit. Our bread and butter was the 90s, dude.
Yes. Yeah. That was That was the decade. We are millennials
We're millennials through and through.
through and through, and I will forever put up a peace sign in every selfie.
Dude, she's
My
very
sis,
Spice Girls,
dude,
right?
my younger sister's, my youngest sister is 24, and she's forever like making fun of me because I'm she's like, dude, you always do the peace sign, like.
I didn't even think about it till just now.
She always makes me feel cringe, and I'm like, dude, you're cringe. What the heck? It's like if I have a younger daughter or something, but
That's
yeah, forever will put a peace
funny.
sign in my selfies. I don't care.
I saw this video the other day and it was like oh my God, I can't. Um, oh yeah, so it was like before smartphones, right? Before
Mhm.
everybody was just constantly looking down at their phone. On the last day of school, I don't know if you remember like what everybody was kind of doing, but for me, it was kind of like, hey, sign my yearbook.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
hmm Sign my yearbook.
Yes.
And I still have my high school yearbook somewhere, but people signed that. And then also those big did y'all do like the big class picture? It
Oh,
was like the roll, they had to be like rolled
yes.
up. So on the back of that, I had like all my friends and everything sign that too.
Yes.
Dude, that was the, I
Different
think,
times.
different times. But so like the 90s though was more of when I was like in elementary school. And
Mm-hmm.
then I remember sixth grade is when we hit the 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
we're talking about
90s to
90s.
2000.
Yeah, in the 90s, we're talking about elementary school. This is baby Stephanie. This is baby Gladys right here.
Yeah,
You know?
baby slash middle school kind of.
Yeah.
True, true.
You would have been in seventh grade in 2000.
Hmm.
So in in the 90s, I remember asking my parents if I could have a phone in my own room
Hmm.
with my own line
Oh wow.
because I thought that was the coolest.
Dude, did you ever have the clear phones?
That's
Where
what I
you could,
wanted.
yes, where you could see like everything inside
Yes,
and
all the
it lit
wires.
up.
Yes, that's what I
Dude, that was the
wanted.
coolest thing. And it had like these rainbow lights.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That
I
was,
think I had one of those.
yeah.
Yeah. But we only had well, I guess everybody only had, I was gonna say we only had one landline. So I remember
Mm-hmm.
like they were all connected. So we
Mm-hmm.
used to have like an old school like rotary phone
Mm-hmm.
in our kitchen. And so sometimes I'd be on the phone with my friends and then I just hear my mom like pick up the phone and she's like, hello, hello. And I'm like, Mom, hang up the phone. I'm talking to my friends. And she's like, well, hurry up. I'm like, fine. It was so embarrassing.
Yeah, no, I remember that too. We had like the phone connected to the wall, with the long
Yeah.
wire, with the long the coil wire, and then we upgraded to like a wireless phone, like
Uh-huh.
the cordless phones. That was like the next
This was a big deal,
the
dude.
next thing. Um,
I would take that wire so far, so far. Like I would
mhm.
honestly stretch it to the limits.
Yeah, and I don't remember like why would I want to, I don't know why I wanted a phone in my room because like I didn't talk to anybody. Like that was in third, fourth grade,
Yeah.
you know? Which was the time of the Backstreet Boys
Oh, the Backstreet
and
Boys,
NSYNC
NSYNC,
and Spice Girls,
Britney
Britney
Spears,
Spears, Christina Aguilera.
um, Blink 182,
Yes.
right?
Boys to Men.
98 Degrees.
Yay.
Yeah.
MTV.
MTV. I
I
used
had
to
a
be
friend.
obsessed with MTV, but it
I
was only on
know.
cable, and sometimes
Yes.
we didn't have
Okay.
cable.
So that I was gonna say, I had a friend, she lived down the street, and she had cable. So I was always at her house.
Yeah.
And we were always watching MTV there. She was an only child, which was cool because I had my, like I had my little brother and I was like, I just want to hang out with my friend.
Yeah.
So when I was always at her house, we were watching MTV. I remember that's where we were like in love with the Backstreet Boys. He loved NSYNC, but I was stuck on Backstreet Boys because I loved Brian the Trail.
See.
Yeah.
Brian.
Now I think he's like bald or something.
Yeah, no, no
Yeah.
business.
They didn't age well.
And then there was VH1.
Uh-huh.
VH1. I used to love watching the videos and they would on VH1 I think and they
Hmm.
would pause and tell you like a little like fun fact about like the artist or like
Hmm.
where the video was recorded. I don't remember what that was called, but I
Yeah.
loved watching that, dude.
Did you watch the Titanic?
Yes, I
You
did.
remember when it was on two VHS tapes?
Yeah, because it was so long.
Yeah.
Do you remember like whenever, I don't know if this ever happened to you, but like the VHS tape would get like stuck
Mm-hmm. VCR.
in the VCR, and you'd pull it out and like all the string was out,
Mm-hmm.
and you had to get like a pen to like spin it or something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, and you're like just praying that it would work when you put it back in.
Yeah. Dude.
Good stuff.
VCRs, camcorders.
Camcorder.
Talking about camcorders the last time.
We didn't even remember what they were called. We were like video, what did we say? Video cameras.
I remember I was like, what? And I was like, camcorder. We went from the big over the shoulder one,
Oh yeah.
and then it got smaller.
Like the hand one where you would just like put your four fingers in there and kind of like palm
Yeah.
it.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I remember me and my cousin, we made a video that he was like a news anchor
How
with the
funny.
camcorder, and this was our TikTok back then.
Yeah.
Basically,
Yeah.
like this was how we entertain ourselves. And I remember he he took one of my dad's coat jackets, that he used for church or whatever. He put it on, and then he was wearing shorts and chanclas or barefoot or something, and we used the ironing board as his like desk.
Oh, how
And
funny.
so like I'm the camcorder person behind the camera, and he's there, and he's like getting ready to like do the news, right? And I'm like focused in on him, and then all of a sudden I just start zooming out, and I just started laughing because it just looks so funny. And I this ironing board, and he's like barefoot, and we still have that video to this day. I have to find it, but that was our
Entertainment,
that was our entertainment. Like we had to entertain ourselves back then.
for
It
real.
was fun though.
It was fun. Now that you think about it, now
Yeah.
we just like sit on the sofa and like doom scroll.
Scroll. Yeah.
Mm,
Like what like where did we lose our creativity?
yeah. Well,
You
now
know?
now you see all the creativity in people's videos.
Yeah, but there's only certain people that are actually, I don't know, like creative with it.
Fair.
Like I feel like a lot of it is just like selfie videos, which I do too, and then there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying that there's a difference between just posting a video of yourself and then actually creating something to
Yeah.
post.
Yeah. Well, that takes a whole different set of skills and time.
Hmm.
I did this video. I swear I'm gonna become a content creator. I did this video of me making flautas because I bought like this little stand, and I just had it over, and sometimes like the grease would get too hot and it would like fog up my camera. Um and Kira was like, "Mom, you have to pause like on every little bit. Like that's what people like to see." But dude, it was challenging.
Now we're giving you
I know.
directional advice.
For a minute
Just like
there,
cut that right there. Cut that.
yeah, for a minute there, I was kind of like, "Oh, I just want to cook. I don't want to record it." But
Mhm.
it takes a lot of time and effort to do those things.
It does, and that's why like when I'm doing cakes and stuff, because they're always like, you need to record your content and post your content. Da, da, da. I'm like, dude, really? I just want to get this customer's order right,
Yeah,
and just get the cake done, and I'll take a picture of it and show you what it looked like.
yeah.
But I like when Kira was saying like you would just want to cut it. Sometimes what I'll do is like I'll just record like a long 10-minute video and
And
then
then,
go back and splice
yeah,
it, which to me is like more time saving in the long run because I don't have to go back and like
I
pause
agree.
it, whatever.
Yeah, yeah, it's a lot.
But yeah, I mean in the 90s,
What were your favorite cartoons?
I loved Hey Arnold.
Hey Arnold
Yeah.
with the football head. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey
Move it,
Arnold.
football head.
What about
Wait, is it weird to have a crush on like a cartoon?
no.
No, because I did have a crush on Hey Arnold. On Arnold.
Ew.
Yeah,
It's weird that you would have a crush on Hey Arnold.
right? Because he had a football shaped head.
Yeah.
But I felt like he had the personality of the kind of guy that I liked.
Oh my God.
And like Helga was like always so mean.
Oh, Helga.
Yeah.
Helga.
But I always thought it was funny when she would like pop her hand back and punch that guy. Because
Mm-hmm.
he would just like show up out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, dude, Hey Arnold and Doug.
Doug. I remember Doug. What about
Bloody Mary.
Courage?
The
Courage,
Cowardly Dog.
the Cowardly Dog.
I never got into that one. That was like Cartoon Network.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think my brother actually liked that one more, I think.
Me and my little brother would watch Courage a lot, and I would feel bad for him because he was always there, like just protecting his owner, and He's like explain himself. And then
Oh.
Ed, Ed, and
And Eddie,
yes.
yes!
How'd you know this thing?
Butter?
Yeah.
Butter toast?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude, that was a funny cartoon. That
What
one.
about one Saturday morning? Do you remember that?
No.
It was like we would wake up super early on Saturdays, and the cartoon wasn't called One Saturday Morning, but that was just like a spree of cartoons, and it would come out
Oh,
every Saturday morning. And in that was like recess. It was
remember
like
recess?
it's time for Animaniacs.
Mm,
Doo-doo-doo.
yep,
Remember that?
yep, remember that one.
And Pinky and the Brain.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do today, Pinky? Or yeah, try to take over the world. Remember that?
And the brain, brain,
Brain,
brain, brain,
brain,
brain,
brain.
brain.
They were good. And of course, The Simpsons. I mean,
The-
come on.
We weren't we weren't really allowed to watch The Simpsons,
Why?
but not that we weren't allowed, but it was just like frowned upon because it was like an adult cartoon.
Is it an adult cartoon?
That one in South Park. But then my brother and my sisters ended up getting into South Park like later on. And I was like, how can you watch that? That's so degrading. Like it was just like
I never liked South Park,
no.
but I'm not a person who likes raunchy stuff like that, and
Mm.
South Park was bad.
Yeah, there was some stuff that I was just like, what? But
There were a lot of people that liked it, but
hmm
what about I think this was on MTV. I don't know if you remember this, but it just popped in my
I
brain.
think I know what you're saying. Daria.
Oh, Daria,
Oh,
no. I like that, but I wasn't talking about that.
okay.
It's called Celebrity Wars or something like that, and they would be like made out of clay and they would like fight each other like in a ring. But it was like fake celebrities. And it
I
was gory. I would watch that all the time.
I vaguely remember that.
Yeah.
Like I kind of have a picture, I think, but I don't really remember.
Yeah.
That was
Those
weird.
were good though. But yeah, we used to watch so many cartoons, dude. The list can go on, like Rescue Rangers. I don't know if you ever saw that.
I don't remember that one. But fifth grade was when the movie Selena came out.
Uh,
Do you remember that they did a casting call here in San Antonio?
no, I know a portion of it was filmed here, but I didn't. Did you go?
No, I didn't
Oh,
go, but I had there was some girls in my class that went to go audition. And I remember that.
nice.
Well, then the movie came out, and I had a best friend in fifth grade. He was a guy, and I didn't know what gay was back then,
Uh-huh.
but he was gay.
Okay.
He turned out gay. It's whatever. But it was funny. But it was just funny because he would come over all the time, and um he was just real like my best friend, like, you know, girlfriend, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But we would always either watch Selena or the Spice Girls.
Nice. I love the Spice Girls movies. I was obsessed
Yeah.
with the Spice Girls, dude.
He was like my bestie forever. Like he would just come to my house and like, oh,
Love it.
I have him on Facebook too, but he's cool. He's a good dude. We were we were good friends. We made good friends back then.
Yeah, it was different. What about what video games did you like playing?
We had a Sega Genesis,
Sega.
hmm and I loved playing Aladdin
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
and the 007
I
shooting
remember
game.
that. I wasn't a fan of it.
The 007? I
I
liked it because the gun was like right there in the thing, and then you just shoot. I don't know. It was
mm-hmm.
cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was good at it too.
We would play a lot of Sonic on Sega.
Oh, Sega too. Yeah, yeah, Sonic
Uh-huh.
too.
I love playing Sonic. I guess because it was just like so fast. Like we
hmm
could just Mom, you get all into it. Did you ever like whenever you're jumping something that's far, like move your body and you're like jumping with it? Like you felt like
Oh
you
yeah,
could
yeah,
go further in the game?
yeah. You're like trying to like jolt yourself to make it go, like, but really all you're doing is pushing the button.
Well, yeah.
There was
Donkey
okay,
Kong.
yeah, 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 Donkey Kong too, but there was the Nintendo 64, the Super Mario.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so y'all know, for those of you who have that been listening to the podcast, y'all know like I grew up in church, right? And like my parents were, you know, just super, we were just
Yeah.
all in it, right? Well, there was this game, the Super Mario game, and every time that you lost, I think it was Bowser's face that would come on, and it would have like fire in the background, and he'd be like, ha ha ha, and it was just real ugly, like real like scary, spooky. And there was one night I was in my room, and I kid you not, like I heard like somebody walking in the house like with boots. Like it sounded like they had boots on, and I got scared and I was like, dude, what the heck? And I went to my parents' room and I told my mom, and she like immediately like went into prayer, and she's like, what's going on? Like, this is there a spirit here or whatever, blah blah blah. So she ended up getting that video game and she took it outside and she smashed it with a hammer.
Oh my gosh.
And it was just believed that this like that video game was like demonic, like it just had like demonic
Hmm.
stuff in it. Um
You just
but I was a kid hearing noises.
I mean kids hear noises all the time.
Yeah.
So
And so it's like I look back on it now and you think like that was a little bit
it
crazy.
was a little bit excessive,
That was a little
but
bit excessive.
it
But
is what it is.
it is what it is. But
You,
that's how I grew up in the 90s.
yeah. Dude, this is how I grew up in the 90s. You just reminded me. So I have a big family, right? There's a total of six of us, but really, uh, my sisters are older, so they kind of moved out early on. But anyway, at one point, we used to live in an apartment complex. And back then, during that time, all the kids would come out and just kind of like play each other, go to each other's
Yeah.
apartments and stuff like that. So we had this friend and she had a Ouija board,
Oh,
right?
dude.
Yes, she had a
Okay,
Ouija
go. Tell
board.
your story now. Tell
Okay.
my story. Go.
Like the actual Ouija board. So she's like, hey, like, I don't know where she got it from. For the sake of the story, my parents bought it for me. I really don't remember. But mind you, I was little.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was tagging along. So she's like, come to my place, like we're all gonna play, and there we are, right? So we all go to her apartment, no parents in sight. It's just all the kids. And we're there, asking with all of our little fingers, the little moving board, right? Asking all kinds of questions. Dude, I swear, the thing starts moving.
Uh-uh.
In my memory, I swear it was moving by itself. Sometimes you push it to
Yeah.
kind of make it fun. No, it was moving and it was like spelling out a name. And we were like still not believers. If you really are who you say you are, give us a sign.
Hmm.
We're like, okay, tell me why. After we say that out loud, not even a minute later, the flippin' phone rings, right? One of us answers it, and in the background, you just hear like creepy laughing, like I don't know. And then they just drop the phone, and we're like, yeah, we're out of here. Like we're never touching that Ouija board again. I swear,
Oh my
crazy,
God.
scary stuff.
Um, like I remember only one time did I ever play that, and it was at one we had a sleepover at my friend's house. She was having a Selena sleepover.
Hi.
I know this is fifth grade, and she pulled out the Ouija board because at that point Selena had already passed away, so she wanted to get in contact with Selena.
Oh my gosh.
So that was the whole thing. Like I just remember she pulled it out and we were quote unquote talking to Selena.
Hmm.
And then I was just like, this is weird. Like this is,
Yeah.
So I remember I walked out and I was like, I don't know about this.
Yeah, that's creepy. I've always been very scared of it, especially since that day. I'm like, no, I don't
Yeah.
want to see it. Did you ever play so there's two things that come to mind, but one is light as a feather, stiff as a board. Did you ever play that?
I don't remember. That's not
Okay.
familiar, but no.
Basically what it was is a person would kind of like lay down
Mhm.
on their back, and then a bunch of kids would be around them. You'd get each two fingers from each one of your hands and you'd barely put it under them. And you would say, everybody at the same time, light as a feather, stiff as a board.
Yeah.
Light. And supposedly, dude, I swear it happens sometimes. And then they just start like
Yeah.
lifting.
No, I don't think I ever did it, but I remember now that you're explaining it, I kind of remember that.
What about, did you ever do Bloody Mary?
I was just thinking about that in the
You
restroom.
flick the lights, you say Bloody Mary three times, and she's supposed to appear.
What we would flush the toilet.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Flush the toilet, flick the like. Where did all these trends come
I
from?
have no idea, but I've had like dreams like in my adult years where it takes me back to the restroom in my elementary school. And
Yeah.
I think about that, like,
So we used to do it in, I want to say like middle school, maybe
yeah.
elementary too.
Yeah, I remember it had to be like third or fourth grade because we were on a particular, on like one side of the school. The school wasn't very big. So I legitimately remember that restroom to a T.
Yeah.
And we would do that Bloody Mary thing in there.
Yeah. And one time,
Not knowing a few years later we would actually be the Bloody Marys.
for real. Um, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I remember doing that one time. The lights went dark. Somebody ran out of the bathroom and they freaking had like scratches on their
Shut
nose.
up.
I swear. There was some like weird stuff.
I don't know why that was so prevalent back then. Like the and then we didn't even know, like we didn't know the meanings behind it or anything like that.
No, like you would just follow, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like those
Because it
are
was like something, it was like just something cool.
yeah. And I'm like, well, I'm scared, but I also want to experience it.
They're doing it, so why shouldn't I do it?
For real.
What were your favorite snacks back then? Do you remember any?
Um, did you ever have the Dunkaroos? They were like this little like cookie thing.
And it came with like a cream or
Yeah.
something, right? Yeah.
It had like a chocolate cream and then the vanilla,
Yeah.
and you would get like these little cookies and you would dunk them.
Yeah. I
I don't
remember.
know why. That's the first thing that came to my mind. Dunkaroos. Um, I know they're still around now, but I used to be obsessed with hot Cheetos. Like I would eat a bag like every day in high school.
I was gonna say, yeah, those didn't come until like high school in the
Yeah,
2000s.
for sure. What are your favorite snacks?
I can't remember like way back when I was a kid.
Gushers,
Gushers candy. I like, yeah, this the the Flintstone ice cream.
vitamins. Oh,
No, I actually take those today.
oh God.
Um, no, those push pops.
Oh, push pop.
Yeah, the Flintstone ones.
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to understand where my obsession for orange sherbet comes from.
Always orange.
It was always orange because I loved the Flintstone push pops. Now I love orange Alani energy drinks.
Ah, the orange crush.
They taste just like it.
Well, they did have that, I think it was called like an orange creamsicle. They would give us that at school. It was like a orange, and then it had the cream in the middle.
You remember? No, you just reminded me. The ice creams that they used to sell at school, the bombs, and it had banana, chocolate, and like vanilla or banana and chocolate or something.
Dude,
Oh, those were my favorite. I always wanted $1 so I could buy them.
those are, I still love those to this day.
Yeah.
I don't know if you would do this, but you know how they have like kind of like little grooves, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so they were always like super frozen, so I would kind of like stick my tongue in the little grooves and it would pull out like a little
Little
like
ice.
icicle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny, right?
What the heck? Do they still sell those at HB? Can I go buy them? Now I want
I
one.
think they do.
Now I
I'm
want
sure
one.
they do.
Um,
I used to be obsessed with ice cream sandwiches, which again, I know are still around today, but like
but you know what? I think the ones today are fake.
they might be.
Like I seen a video on TikTok like where somebody left it on the counter and it never melted.
I've been seeing that where ice cream doesn't melt.
Yeah.
All my ice cream melts, so I think we're okay.
Yeah, I don't know what that's
I
like.
buy it at H-E-B, and by the time I get home, it's all soft.
Mhm.
Yeah, because it's melting.
Okay, so then it's real ice cream. As long as it's real
Yeah.
ice cream. But those the Walmart ones, the Great Value brand, I think that's the one that they tested. Don't never buy that one.
Mm,
But yeah, no. In fifth grade, I remember being a part, well, I was in choir
me too.
in elementary. Yeah.
Yeah.
We were the great we were the great Raven Panther choir, and we did we did a concert at the rodeo,
I.
and I remember we wore these vests that were sparkly with sequins in the image of the Texas flag. So
Wow.
it was like red. It was like red and white on one side and then blue with the star on the other side.
Mhm.
And then I remember we thought we were so cool because the We were singing Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas,
Oh,
the
because you knew all
states.
the states.
Yeah, so we were singing that, right? With the background music, and we're at the rodeo here in San Antonio, and then the something happens and the music glitches. And
Oh no.
we were so professional that we just kept going.
Wow.
We finished it. And everybody
Dang.
thought we were amazing.
And you're like, yeah,
We had like
moment.
yeah, we had it. Dude,
Dang.
the entertainment that came from Rayburn in 1999,
That's still being studied
that's
today.
still being studied today.
How you guys were able to keep your composure. That's still being studied to this day. And you're like, I haven't forgot a state since.
Right, dude. I know. And then my niece, she was singing the other day. She was actually like wording it, and I recognized what she was singing, and I started singing it with her. And she's like, "I didn't know that." And I'm like, "Girl, I'm the original OG. What do you know?"
Hey, they didn't tell you about Rayburn? That's funny.
That was the year, man. Fifth grade was.
Yeah. What was your favorite school lunch? Because I remember when I was young
They were not
thinking
that
that,
great.
no, dude, I was thinking that school lunch was the shit.
Yeah?
Yes. I loved it. It was wonderful. The enchiladas with the chili, it had like the red tortilla.
That's what I was. You know what? Actually, now that you mention it, the breakfast. I think breakfast was more my jam because I liked those corn dogs. And
Yeah.
it had like the breakfast sausage with the pancake around it.
Hmm.
Dude, whenever there was leftovers, I would take them with me.
Yeah, those are good. Did you ever have the breakfast pizza?
Mm,
No? Oh man, bad for you. No, I'm just kidding. No, it was good. It was like, okay, so the breakfast pizza, fire, the regular pizza, but it didn't have like I was gonna say the big round pepperonis, but that sounds funny. It didn't have the round pepperonis.
it was a little square.
It was
Yeah,
just the little
the little cube.
squares.
The
It
little
was
cube.
so good, and it was like in a rectangle shape.
We had regular pizza. I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not the breakfast one.
We had the breakfast one, and then they'd give us like this thick, like Texas buttery toast. It was so good.
I don't. There was another breakfast. I think it was a chicken biscuit.
No, I never got
No,
that. Mm.
that was good.
I'm like, you're talking about Chick-fil-A or?
No, no. I mean, nothing as good as Chick-fil-A, but that thing was pretty good. I was trying the as besides for lunches. I don't really remember the lunches. I do remember Wednesdays always being Mexican Day though.
Mm-hmm.
Mexican food
I never like liked. So the first time I saw those enchiladas, I was kind of confused because one, my mom would never put chili in them,
day.
nor were the tortillas ever red. I was like, what is this? And so I would just tell them like without the chili. And then I tried it one time and I was like, this is good. This is good. I don't know. And that government cheese, the way it melted, was just different. Like it was good.
Ay, ay, ay. Did you ever make your own CDs?
Dude,
Did you download
yes.
LimeWire?
Yes. I
Thought that was so
did.
cool.
And that's how you knew like when a boy really liked you. Like if he gave you a mixtape. Because they took some time to figure out like what songs you
What songs
like,
to put on there?
what songs they're gonna put on there. And then if they really, really liked you, they wrote in like all the songs that were on there.
Dang, I never got that.
No?
No, I never got one
I'll make you one.
of them.
Yes, I had some mixtapes.
I remember when songs would come on the radio, like when I was waiting for like a song to come on, they'd be like, yeah, and up next, Britney Spears, da, da. Okay, okay, a minute, I need to record it, I need to record it. And you put your cassette tape in the thing and you push record and it would record the radio.
Huh?
And then that's how I got some of my
I
music.
remember that.
Yep.
Okay, so that's assuming that you had like cassette tapes
Yeah.
that were recordable.
Yeah.
We didn't have those. Like my mom didn't buy us those. So we figured out a way, don't ask me why, but we would get like sorry, mom. We would get my mom's cassette tapes. She'd had like Los Temerarios or whatever, right? And we would put like in the top there were like these little like square slots
Uh-huh.
and we would put toilet paper in there, like small little pieces of toilet paper, and they would allow us to record over the tape.
What?
Yes.
How did y'all figure that
I
out?
have no idea. Maybe somebody told us, or
That's
but
weird.
then she would like try and put her Temerarios tape in the thing, and then like songs from the come out, and she's like, "What is this?"
Did you listen to, you remember 98.5 The Beat?
Mm-mm-mm.
98.5 The Beat.
Wait, that's the station that's out now.
Yeah, but they would have heartbeats
Oh
on
yes.
Sunday nights, I think.
They're like, okay, look, I'm gonna do it.
They
They're
might still do it. I don't know. I haven't listened to the radio in forever.
all right. This is Stephanie, and I just want to give a shout out to my boyfriend. He's out at the Bear County. And I just want to let him know that I'm holding it down for him when he gets out. I love you, puppy. Right? Is that
Yeah.
what it was?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's all it was girls
It
calling
was.
in saying how they were holding it down for their men.
Yeah,
What?
yeah, yeah,
I thought, what is this?
yeah. That's exactly what it was. And then they play Mariah Carey or something.
Yeah.
It's be for you forever. I'm trying to think of that song.
'Cause it's just a sweet, sweet
Sweet, sweet fantasy,
baby.
baby. Dun.
I always remember that from Rush Hour with the little girl in the back
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
in,
That was a good movie.
in the limo.
Mhm.
He's all, don't you ever touch a black man's radio, fool? You can get killed for something like that.
Yeah, that was a good movie. I love Jackie Chan.
That's when Chris Tucker was a thing. You don't really see much from him anymore.
No, because he's old and
hmm What about all their, I guess you would call them trends? Like they had the yo-yo,
the Pongs.
the pongs,
I remember I collected Pongs.
the pods.
If y'all don't know what Pongs are, they're literally like these little circle chips.
Yeah, but were they not called pods?
No, Pongs.
And you would like flick them.
Yeah.
You would flick them, and some were thicker than others.
Hmm. Yeah, you would just, they're kind of, I don't know how you would, what you would compare them to today, like, but
I remember
you, like,
those.
you would, yeah, I remember I had a friend and I would go to her house and she had a ton of them, like tubes and tubes and tubes and tubes
Wow.
of Pongs. And, yeah, I remember those, I don't know why they were cool. They were just cool.
Yeah. And
Just
then
those.
and then you had did you have a Gigapet?
I don't think I ever had one. I think,
No.
no, I don't think I ever got one, but I remember them.
And then there were the Beanie Babies.
Beanie Babies.
hmm The Beanie Babies, the yo-yos. I learned all these cool tricks. Like there was like the walking the dog.
I never did tricks.
Really?
No.
And then there was like the clock and your yo-yo would just go back and forth.
Hacky sack.
Hacky sack. Uh-huh.
¿Qué más? I can't think of any other toys. Oh, light bright.
The light bright.
I had one
Yeah.
for Christmas.
The light bright and the what was that ring that you would put around your ankle and you would jump?
Oh,
What was that called? And then
I don't remember what it was called, but I remember that.
they had a different one that it was like push it, clock it,
Pop it.
pop it.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah.
They still make that one.
Do they?
Yeah, that one was fun too. Simon Says.
Simon Says.
Uh,
Simon Says is fun.
the Easy Bake Oven.
The Easy Bake Oven, which was a crock. I didn't like that one.
I think I did have one of those. That light bright though,
Oh, the Etch a Sketch?
that one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, dude, the toys in the 90s were just something.
Jenga.
Jenga,
Jenga was a thing.
that was fun, that game. Shoots and Ladders, like the board game, Shoots and
Uh-huh.
Ladders,
Oh,
Candyland,
Life.
Life,
Monopoly.
Monopoly again. You can't forget Monopoly. Monopoly would get intense though.
Yeah, Monopoly would get intense.
Yeah. But all these things like they made life simple.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like just to be gathered there with like your family or whatever around the table playing a board game, things were
True.
intense. Like
Yeah.
no phones inside. I didn't have my first phone until I was a senior in high school.
Oh, wow. I was in high school too. I wasn't a senior, but I was definitely in high school.
I remember when a girl had got her when I first saw somebody have a phone was in eighth grade, and she had one of those Nokia brick phones.
With the snake game on it.
Yes, I was just gonna say everybody wanted to use her phone to play the snake game. So
But it was so much fun.
she passed it around, and like if you lost, then you pass it to the next person and the next person. I remember we were playing that in history class. But it wasn't until my senior year, which was 2006 or 2005, 2006, that I got my first flip phone.
Mm-hmm.
And I got it.
For
I paid for it.
I used to have the very first phone that I had was also a flip phone, dude, but it was the coolest phone ever. It it was an LG. It was called an LG Flip, and I remember it was super thin, and on the top of the phone, it had like an MP3 player.
Ah,
Yes, and I could download all these songs and just like listen with my headphones.
yeah.
And then on that little circle part where was the MP3 player, you could like swap out the faces with like different colors.
Oh, that's cool. I
Yeah.
remember MP3 players. I asked my dad for one. It was like
Uh-huh.
a little tube looking thing because they couldn't afford an iPod.
Yes, I had one of those too. Not an iPod, but
Yeah.
I think one time I found
Or
one
MP4 player. Is that what it's
before MP4.
MP3, whatever.
Uh-huh. Did you ever have a Walkman?
I had the CD player Walkman.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, because I had the
That
cassette
one.
one.
Yeah.
No, I had a CD player one.
I remember sitting on the porch at the church that I was going to, and I had my CD player, my portable CD player with my headphones on, listening to Kelly Clarkson.
The
And
very first American Idol.
the very first time, dude, when she won, I was so obsessed with her. I was like, I thought she was the coolest.
And then she made it to a 40-year-old virgin. When he's getting waxed and he's like, Kelly Clarkson.
Ah, yeah. Yeah. Dude, her first album shaped my teenage years.
Mm, hmm
But dude, yeah, the 90s was
Good times, right?
good times. I mean, I don't have any regrets. Like,
Yeah.
it's just that I think we are blessed because we're the last generation that got to experience life before technology.
Before big technology,
Before
like
big
internet
technology.
was
Yeah.
just coming
It's
out,
coming out, dial up,
dial-up,
all of that stuff. Like, but we were
AOL.
able to like experience the simplicities of life that, that they did in the 70s and the 80s for a little bit
Mm-hmm.
before everything kind of blew up when we were in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like that's kind of when it started to get bigger. But um, I feel like, yeah, we're the last generation that did get to experience all that.
Mm-hmm. That was a beautiful thing. I feel like you can tell somebody's age by their email. Like if it's at yahoo.com, you know they're older.
AOL.com,
At, AO,
at
at
Hotmail.
Hotmail, yeah,
Híjole.
that's crazy, right?
Yeah.
I have a friend who has a Yahoo account, and I'm like, dude, yeah, get a Gmail.
I had a Yahoo and it got hacked. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, that was my very first email. It was Stephanie2006 at yahoo.com. If y'all want to email it and flood it so it can get unlocked.
I don't think it's
There's
gonna.
there's things I need to get.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, that was a good time in our lives.
So would you like, okay, yes, technology, I mean, has kind of like ruined some things. It's still obviously good, right? Because don't get me wrong, I love that I can just like Google something and then within seconds I have an answer that I can chat GPT, like show me what my room would look like if I did this,
Yeah.
right? Um, but if you could, like, would you trade today's technology for like let's just say what we had in the 90s for a week?
For a week, yeah. No
For
question.
a week all day.
For a week all day, yeah. Because I was thinking when you said that, I remember, did y'all ever have like an encyclopedia set?
Yes.
That was our Google. That's how I
Yes.
found out about like, I don't know, certain volcanoes or something one time. Like I was like, oh wow, what's in the V's, you know?
And we had the swords too.
Yeah. But that was our Google back then. So it's like, I mean, yes, times were like a lot more simple, but today things are more accessible. But you also have to have
There's pros and cons.
yeah, there's pros and cons. Like, I mean, you don't want to misuse technology, and that's what a lot of, unfortunately,
Yeah.
a lot of people misuse it and they don't understand it, or they just they don't know, they just misuse it.
Yeah, and that, I mean, that can be said with anything.
Anything, yeah.
Yeah. But that was fun going down memory lane.
Mm,
If,
yes. Good times.
yeah, comment some of your favorite like 90s memories.
Are you a 90s
Are
baby?
you a 90s kid? Are you a millennial? Let us know. But yeah, we love you. Thank you for going down memory
Memory
lane with
lane.
us. Have a good week. Bye.
Bye.